Chances are that you're watching this on a computer. A computer is not just classified as your typical desktop computer. Your phone, your camera, and even your washing machine are all computers too. They manipulate data according to a list of instructions.
A significant contributor to today's computers is Alan Turing's code-breaking machine. If we go back to 1918, in a growing commercial world, Arthur Scherbius patented a cipher machine to keep business transactions secret. He later named it the Enigma. In 1926, the German Navy decided to use the machine to transmit intelligence because the code was considered virtually uncrackable. When you press a letter on the Enigma keyboard, A, an electric current is generated and sent to the plug board, where the letters are electrically linked to other letters via wires. A becomes S. Then the static rotor connects wires into electrical contacts used by the scramblers. The letter stays S. This is where things get tricky. There are 3 scramblers, each with an outer ring of contacts and an inner ring of contacts, so when the current passes through each scrambler, the letter changes each time. After the first scrambler, S becomes O. After the second, O becomes T. After the third, T becomes X. After each letter, the scramblers rotate one position so the same letters are not connected again in the same message. Then, the reflector has a setting that changes X into D while sending the current back through the scramblers to repeat the process. The left scrambler changes D into E, the middle E into Z, and the right Z into C. The static rotor connects the contacts to wires leading to the plug board, where C transfers into the letter K, which lights up on the lamp board. In wartime, the Enigma operator then noted down the output letter and typed in the next letter in the input message. When the entire message was encoded, it was sent out via Morse code to other operators who knew the exact settings to decode the ciphertext. However, things only got more complex. Every day the Germans could have used 2 different reflectors, 5 different scramblers with 26 settings each that could have been placed into the 3 slots in 6 different orders. And if 11 pairs of letters were linked in the plug board, there were 205,552,193,096,250 possible plug board combinations. All in all, the Enigma machine could have been set up in 186 million different ways. For the British, the odds were not in their favour. The chance that the Enigma code would be broken was very unlikely, especially within the 24 hours that the settings stayed the same. However, the Germans had a flaw. They frequently used phrases such as Heil Hitler and gave daily weather forecasts broadcast from the German submarines. The same message format each day allowed Turing to estimate the decryption for parts of the message. For example, Wetterprognose Alboran Meer, weather forecast for the Alboran Sea, can be put next to the encrypted text. Because the Enigma cannot encode a letter as itself, we can keep sliding the encrypted text along until none of the letters match. These cribs, or educated guesses, allowed the British to have a glimpse of the message content, but this was not a solution to fully decode the thousands of messages that were being intercepted every day. So, because there was absolutely no chance that a human could crack the code, Alan Turing created an electromechanical machine to independently search through Enigma settings to find the particular setting that decoded the cribs. But how does this relate to us now? With the experience of the Enigma breaker, along with Turing's previous ideas, he conceived the basis upon which modern computers function, controlling a machine's operations with a program of instructions stored in the computer's memory. Despite the unfavourable odds, he managed to shorten the war by 2 to 4 years, and, continuing with his work, managed and still manages to influence us today. So, even if you are faced with seemingly impossible challenges, take a chance and defy the odds.